Hey Snap Flash fam, today we're unpacking the drama surrounding Botswana's Independent Electoral Commission and their eyebrow-raising benchmarking trip to Zimbabwe. Was it a tech mission or a political misstep? Let's break it down. What if we told you Botswana's top election officials went all the way to Zimbabwe, not to spy on their elections, but to check out a printer? That's right, and the backlash is still heating up months later. Let's get into it. Before we dive into the receipts, hit that subscribe button and tap the bell so you never miss an update from Snap Flash, Africa's most trusted digital news source. Botswana's IEC Secretary, Jeff Siamisang, has once again spoken out after facing serious heat from the public and Parliament over a trip to Zimbabwe last year, 2024, a year Botswana went for its general elections. But according to him, it wasn't about election strategy. It was all about speedy accreditation cards.
What was the rationale behind the benchmarking in Zimbabwe? We do have many countries in Southern Africa or in Africa, but why specifically Zimbabwe? Gape re itse gore Zimbabwe go na le metsametsano ka tselanyana nngwe hela. Thank you.
You may respond, sir. Why is him?
Thank you very much, sir. Once again, thank you. I'm happy, honorable member of the Public Accounts Committee has raised this question. And I'm also happy that I have an opportunity to explain it. And I hope my explanation today will lay the matter to rest. Because wherever I go, it is raised, sir. If you recall, there was a general elections in Zimbabwe before ours. And my chairperson, Honorable Judge Nyamazabu, together with one of the commissioners and other people from other countries, were there as part of the electoral observation mission. And after the elections, there were several schools of thought on the conduct and management of the elections in Zimbabwe. Some were saying the elections were a success, while others had their own views. But there was one particular view which was particularly attractive to us as an election management body. It was attractive to us because, electoral management, you cannot operate as like an island. You learn from good practices in other countries or from your colleagues in other countries. So what happened was one of the good things that were identified in Zimbabwe was the manner in which they were churning out accreditation cards. When you go and observe elections in any country, you'll be issued with a card with your name and the organization that you represent as an election observer. So one of the positive things that were mentioned about the Zimbabwean elections was those cards and the speed with which they were churned out by the printer or the machine that they were using to churn them out. More specifically, that printer or machine had capacity to churn out 50 copies of accreditation cards per minute. And by that time in Botswana, our system for accrediting election observers was 100% manual based. And because of that, we were only able to produce one accreditation card in 25 to 30 minutes. So the reason why we went to Zimbabwe, the reason why we went there to benchmark was to have a look at that printer, that machine. We had a look at it, and when we came back, we procured it, we procured a similar machine or printer locally. And that's why we were able to process everybody who came to Botswana for the purpose of election observation last year within a very, very short time. We were also able to churn out 50 accreditation cards per minute, which was a major convenience to our stakeholders, especially those who came all the way from their respective countries to observe elections in the Republic of Botswana. So it was a positive thing. Of course, before going to Zimbabwe, we had been to the Republic of South Africa. We had been to Namibia. We had been to Kenya. We had been to India. We had been to Malawi. And still on a benchmarking mission. But we realized that what they had, that particular thing which you went there for in Zimbabwe, was the best in the region. That's why we went there to have a look at it. I'm not talking about electoral management or any other aspect of electoral management. I'm specifically talking about a printer or a machine that was used to churn out those 50 accreditation cards per minute. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
He told the Public Accounts Committee, in Botswana, it took 30 minutes to print one card. In Zimbabwe, their machine did 50 a minute. That's why we went, to learn from their tech. But critics weren't buying it. One PAC member clapped back saying, so the entire IEC chair, a judge, had to travel for one printer demo?
Honorable Monageng.
Yes, before I get to my third question, let me just mention na ga ke utlwe thata, ga ke utlwe sentle, but ke tla e heta, mme ga ke utlwe sentle gore the whole chairman of IEC and the name of a judge and all that, with due respect, would go to Zimbabwe to go benchmark ka gore printer e teng. Ga ke utlwe mme chairman ke tla e feta. Me la go latela go bona gore printer e printang quickly. Be go benchmarkiwa.
You respond to that one.
The results, apparently worth it. Despite the criticism, Siamisang says the visit paid off. After the trip, Botswana acquired a similar high-speed printer. Our accreditation process was faster and more efficient in the last election. That came directly from what we saw in Zimbabwe. What do you think, Snap Flash fam? Was this a smart move for efficiency? Or a questionable call given Zimbabwe's controversial electoral history? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you found this video insightful, give it a thumbs up and share it with a friend. Hit that bell icon to stay on top of the biggest stories shaping Africa. In the end, the IEC says it was never about copying Zimbabwe's politics, it was about speeding up logistics. A printer may not sound political, but in an election year, everything is. This is Snap Flash. Keep questioning, stay sharp, and we'll catch you in the next video.